success requires passion. It requires passion and fire to move forward and reinvent yourself to be successful. I'm Joe Segal.
And I am Leonard Segal, Joe's kindness brother.
Yay! We're back again to do another book reading from Success
Formula,
which is about reinventing yourself at any age, to reinvent your life and by redefining success for you so you can live 100% more joyful, happy, and healthy life. And so we're sharing this inspiring, uplifting book, Success Formula, and reading and sharing our thoughts about it. And today's chapter is about the fire of passion, about how having energy, having passion, having fire in your life, in your heart and soul taps into allowing you to create great rock and roll, to create great anything, music. Great music, great art, great literature, a great family, a great business. Anyway, let's get to the book, and we'll talk about this more on the flip side, as they say. Okay, Leonard? Okay. So let's get started. All right. Chapter 4, Success Formula. Okay, Chapter 4, The Unstoppable Fire of Passion. In the heart of every individual lies a powerful force, a kind of miraculous fire that, when ignited by passion, has the potential to burn through boundaries, overcome obstacles, and shatter self-imposed limitations.
This chapter is dedicated to exploring the transformative power of passion and how it can serve you as your ultimate catalyst for achieving greatness in your life.
Recognize that within us all is a reservoir of energy waiting to be channeled into our dreams and aspirations. You felt it before, we all have. Everyone gets passionate about something.
History and the present day are full of stories of individuals whose lives have been dramatically altered and even defined by their passions. One example that comes to mind is the incredibly inspiring journey of Malala
Yousafzai.
Thank you, Yousafzai, who, driven by her passion for education and equality, became the youngest Nobel Prize laureate, despite surviving being shot in the head by vicious attackers. She literally turned her pain into her purpose and passion, and transformed her misery into a greater mission.
So inspiring. Her unwavering commitment to her cause demonstrates how passion can fuel a mission that not only uplifts the individual, but also has the profound impact on the world. The key to unlocking this immense power lies in connecting deeply with what sets your soul on fire.
It begins with self-exploration and understanding what truly matters to you. Once identified, this passion becomes the driving force that propels you forward, enabling you to pursue your dreams with relentless determination.
I love those words, relentless determination. There's something in people who achieve greatness who have relentless determination. They're unstoppable, like the chapter title here, The Unstoppable Fire of Passion. There's something in Jesse Owens who won so many medals at the Olympics in 1936. There's some unstoppable, relentless determination of Simone Biles, who won so many gold medals at the Olympics this year in 2024, of so many people who just push through and build their dreams because they have relentless determination. I will achieve, I will succeed, I will overcome, I will do better. And it's just inspiring.
And so I think that let's go ahead and stop there and discuss what we just read here. with our fantastic audience. Thank you for being here. You are the reason we do this. You are important to us. So, it's often said that more important than the question of how is the power of the importance of the question why. If you can find out what is your motivation, in fact, like that's what actors do. They say, what's my motivation in this role? What is your motivation to achieve the things you want in life? Then the answers will come to you. The knowledge, the ability, the connections, those things will mysteriously come to your help. But the most important thing is for you to have passion, a reason, a motivation to go
I
and
try.
achieve.
Thank you. I agree. I try and ask myself, what is important now, Joe? And what's important to me now? And why am I doing this now? Right? Why am I doom scrolling, Twitter and politics? And I ask myself, I said, well, because I want to make a difference. I want to make things better. I want to contribute. I want to help the world. And so then I ask myself, well, how can I do that best? How can I contribute, help the world, make a difference in people's lives? And I try and usually come back to, being kind to other people, helping them to feel validated and seen and heard, even if we don't agree. But I think it's really...
And different people have different passions. So you can go ahead and have the life you maybe haven't even dreamed of, but you can achieve anything if you have that strong enough desire. So I'm reminded of the story of these ladies who they were homemakers. Their children grew up and left the house, and so they went to a counselor to figure out, well, what do they want to do with their life? And so the counselor had them take all these tests and said, according to the results of this test, these would be the best careers for you to go into. And they looked at the counselor and said, we don't want to do any of that stuff. So the counselor in frustration threw up his hands and said, well, what do you want to do? And they said, we just want to sit home all day and watch soap operas like we did while our children were growing up. And so that's what they did. This was back in the day before the internet. And if you missed your favorite soap opera, you had no idea what happened. So what these ladies did is they started writing a column in the newspaper about what happened in their favorite soap opera. And they made a good amount of money and fueled their life through their passion. So if these ladies can go ahead and find their passion and get paid from just watching soap operas, then you find your passion. What are the things you love? And turn that into a way to go ahead and bring in the energy you need, the money, the finance, so forth, to have the life that you can really love.
And the thing that's I love about that story, Leonard, is that these ladies said, what do we love doing? And then we love the storytelling of soap operas, and we want to help other people by sharing with them what happened. So if they missed it, we're providing a service. So they're coming from service to other people. And so often passion has this intersectionality, this intersection with service, being of service to someone else.
Who becomes your customer.
So if you're an entrepreneur or if you're an author, you're of service to your reader. If you're a cook, you're of service to your eater. and a parent, you're of service to your child or children. And so oftentimes passion is closely aligned with connecting with others in a way that helps them. And so that's where we see great happiness and better health and success is, there's a word in Japanese, it's ikigai. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Ikigai means, roughly translated, means your purpose. When they say, when you find your ikigai, your purpose, then everything else flows out of that and into and from that. The people who live in what they found and they call blue zones, where they have the most people who live to 100 years or more. One of the blue zones is in Okinawa, which is a part of Japan, the islands of Japan, where they say that a big part of the culture for everybody is understanding your ikigai, your reason,
purpose, right, your purpose.
And purpose to be there in the
Life
world,
of purpose.
and whether it's your grandchildren or playing music or growing food in the garden, and
The thing that brings purpose and meaning in your life.
that's your fire, and your dreams will come alive in your life when you connect with your purpose of helping and connecting to others and being there to part of the world, engaging, being present with people and listening. We don't have to convince them. We don't have to compare ourselves to them. We don't have to make them into anything, but we get to love them and we get to love ourselves. And one way to do that is by being in alignment with our purpose, our ikigai, our passion, and remembering what fires our soul. And so with that, I want to thank you.
I just want to go ahead and make one caveat to that, is what they found in the Blue Zones is that finding that purpose and living your life from purpose, and for the Blue Zones they found would increase people's lifespan by a minimum of 15 years just by having.
And so we wish you a happy, long life. Live long. There we go. Live long and prosper. And we'll see you in the next video. Thank you for subscribing, clicking the little subscribe button, the bell that notifies you when there's a new content. They usually come out on Fridays, but they'll always be here. We will give you the link in the show notes to download and find our book and read it and share it. Thank you so much. We love you, right?
Yes, and feel free to comment. You have your voice.
What is your ikigai? I want to know. Drop it in the comments, and you can win a great life. So drop it in the comments.
So that you can help other people. You become part of our show by sharing your wisdom with other people who will be coming for years later. So you have a voice, you have a vote to go ahead and spread more positivity in the world by simply liking, sharing, and commenting on this video. You are powerful.
You are powerful. Yes, you are. Thank you. We love you. This is Joe Segal
and Leonard Segal.
We like to call ourselves the Kindness Brothers. We have a newsletter at josephsegal.com. We'll link it in the show notes. It's free, and hopefully will uplift you and motivate you.
Yes.
So take care. We'll see you next time.